listen, I just want to say hello to the young people. Yate, Say, Mark Ruffalo, and I want to thank all the ancestors throughout the world, since we're global now, for hosting us in your world, in this kind of ephemeral space that is the electronic world, where we can speak to each other across all boundaries, where all humanity is brought together. And I just want to I just want to I just want to tell you how, first of all, how much your culture means to me, and then just kind of reflect on my experience at Standing Rock with all the Native youth and all the Native youth who came from all over the world to fight this other beast, the black snake. And here we are again. We're fighting again, but in a different way, in a quiet way. I like to think of this as a vision quest for us all, because we have to take ourselves out of our lives. We have to be quiet. We have to be with our families and ourselves, and face another kind of monster, a quiet, creeping monster. And the way that we do that is that we go away. We pull up inside of ourselves like the turtle, and we protect ourselves. And that way we protect our family, we protect the people on the front lines. And I know it sucks to be stuck inside as a young person. There was nothing that anyone could do to hold me inside the house when I was a kid. But it's not just about saving ourselves and our grandparents, but this thing attacks young people, and hundreds of young people have died from it already. It's indiscriminate in who it gets. And but mostly what you guys are doing now is protecting a technology that your elders carry and your people carry inside of your language and your teachings, that the world's going to need right now. And we're going to need it more increasingly as we enter the native century, as I call it, where these technologies are going to become more and more important. And watching that TikTok video, it's so moving to see how well and alive your native culture is, and how you've kept it alive in this modern world. And so I want to get to it. We're doing a challenge to you. It's a hero and shiro challenge, and Allie's going to give us a little bit more information later. But basically, if you overcome these challenges, these specific challenges that are part of this whole challenge, I'm going to sign, and the president, and hopefully Taika and Paul, we're going to sign a hero shiro certificate for you. And then we're going to come out there when it's safe, and we've defeated the COVID beast, and we're going to have a freaking party. And all the partying we're missing now in these next 72 hours, we're going to make up for then. Okay? So that's my word to you. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait. We're going to get over this, and we're going to all talk about what an amazing time we had really testing ourselves, because it's love brings us together, but you know what brings us together even more is difficulty. And that's what really creates the human bond. And that's what we're doing now. We also have Taika Waititi, who himself is a native person. And Taika, maybe you could tell us a little bit how people in the Maori part of the world are dealing with COVID-19, and then maybe what you see as the elements or attributes of a superhero are. You still with us, Taika? Oh, wait, can you unmute? Wait, are you muted, Taika?
We can hear you.
I'll read your lips. Yes. I'm Taika Waititi. I can't keep up with you. Why?
Can you try disconnecting your earbuds?
Maybe you have faulty earbuds, Taika.
How's that?
We hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, there he is. Oh, divine voice. Is that? How you doing, pal?
I'm
Thanks
good.
for being here.
Kia ora everyone, ngā iwi o te motu, tēnā koutou katoa. Ko Taika Waititi tōku ingoa no Aotearoa, ko te whanau apanui tuku iwi, ko Pararaki te hapu. Thanks for having me, guys. It's crazy time. I would be back home, but it's just not a good time to travel. In about two weeks from now, I was actually supposed to be in Sydney preparing to do another Thor film. Can't see when that's going to happen. I'm not really going to move. I'm staying inside. I'm staying in this place in LA. I do miss my home. I miss New Zealand. I miss everyone back there. And I'd love to go home, but I'm not going to risk it. My family's here. My kids are here. I think just, and again, it sucks. This sucks. It sucks having to stay inside. I'm not even that young. I'm young at heart, but even I want to go out. Like, I'm desperate to go out. I'm not. I'm staying here, listening to kids' movies on repeat, 18 hours sometimes in a row. And I'm just doing what I can. Just, I think all of us have to do small little gestures and small, if we all sort of chip in, then I think collectively that helps. And it does help to send a message, that if everyone's doing it, if everyone's staying in and everyone understands they're going through it. What's really cool about right now is I have no FOMO. I know no one else is having a good time. I know there's no party anywhere that I'm missing out on. And that's great, because usually I have that FOMO, and now I'm like, I am happy to stay home. It's Friday night. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm enjoying that. And back home in our communities, what we're doing is New Zealand. Yes, it's an island nation. It's like 4.5 people, 4.5 million people. We've closed our borders, and we're trying to do what we can just to keep the numbers down. We're doing very well down there. And in the Māori communities, what we're doing is, and our one in particular, Te Whanau Apanui, where I'm from, we've completely closed our borders, and we're not letting anyone in or out. And even people who have holiday homes in our area aren't allowed in. It's basically, the priority for us is to take care of the elders and our babies, because the babies are going to be the vessels of the knowledge and everything that helps our tribes and our people survive. The elders are the ones who hold that. We don't want to lose them, because that's all of that knowledge, and basically our culture survives with them and with us. So it's very important to us to really smash this thing and kick it into outer space. And so what was this? And those are the actions we're doing. It's and the numbers with our tribe in particular are extremely low, because we went in really early and closed off those borders and just basically just told everyone, snap out of it, stay at home. There's no point in going wandering around. Other things we're doing is we've basically set up little like community sort of kind of like, we call it WINS, which is like a sort of a little bit of welfare help for within the tribe, for people who are struggling. We've set up our own little supermarkets, and so people are allowed to go hunting. They're trying to stop people from a lot of people from going hunting recreationally, which I think is good. A lot of our hunting is done, mainly it is only done for food. So they're going out and bringing it back, and so it's very much a community effort to try and kick this thing out. So that's my story. That's what we're doing, and for me, those are my heroes. The people who are making that effort, who are staying home. We have this what they're called, the people who take care of your homelands, ahika, the people who keep the home fires burning. And when those fires go out, then it's no longer your home. And so they're there keeping those, and they've always been there. You know, my uncles, cousins, aunties, everyone who are always there. And I, you know, I come over here and I swan around and, you know, look at me. But I always good enough. If I go home, they're the ones who keep everything alive. And so they're my heroes, the ones who are, you know, who are making that effort to really protect our culture, our people, and our future. Peace.
Peace. Thank you, Taika. Thanks for joining us. And we have another special guest with us tonight from the Marvel Universe, Paul Rudd, the amazing Paul Rudd, one of my heroes. And where are you, Mr. Rudd? Are you with us?
I'm here.
Mr. Rudd, can you tell us about how
Please
Ant-Man would deal with this?
Call me Mr. Paul Rudd. I'm in New
Mr.
York.
Paul Rudd.
I'm in New York, which is getting hit pretty hard with this right now. But I've been inside. I haven't left my house in almost a month, and it's been okay. You know, I'm like Taika. It would be nice to go out. I think we're all feeling a little stir crazy, but it's the thing to do, and it is really the only proven thing that can help in this fight. You know, if the virus can't, if people are not going to be spreading it and contracting, you know, getting in touch with other people, it will go away. It'll die. It's the best thing that we can do. In regard to the question of heroes, you know, my heroes are really anybody that sacrifices of themselves to make life easier and better for somebody else. And that is it's a pretty wide spectrum. I mean, Dr. Tom is one of my heroes. I'm just seeing her for the first time today. Anybody that is putting their life on the line to help people through this. And this thing is vicious in a way we haven't seen before, in a way that is unknown to us. Anybody on the front line, anybody, any doctor, any nurse, anybody who is just helping out. I really worry about my mom. You know, this does affect our elders, the older generation. My mom is in her house. She's in Kansas. I can't see her. I can't talk to her. I mean, we do this kind of thing on Zoom and phone calls and stuff. But her neighbors, if they're going to the store, they will say, do you need anything, so that she doesn't have to go. You know, you see in moments like this, the good in humanity. And humanity is the same across the board. I really felt that when I was watching the TikTok film. I have no connection to Navajo Nation except through Mark and Ali. We've met before, and I am so enamored and intrigued by your culture and the people. And there's and watching those TikToks, I realized your culture, even though you know our heirlooms look different, the food we make might be different, the things we've learned from our grandparents are different, but they're all the same, and we all want the same thing: to honor the people that came before us, to love and protect the people that we bring into the world, and our families and our friends, and contribute in some way. These gestures, staying inside, are heroic gestures. Many people have this and they seem to be asymptomatic. They don't even seem to be sick. They go out, but they could possibly be carrying the virus, and it's very easily transferred. And so if you feel fine, all right, it's fine, it's no big deal, I'm not going to get sick, but you could easily transfer that to somebody who wouldn't be fine, including your parents, your grandparents. It's a really strange and scary time, and like Dr. McKay said, that the best thing we can do is to do nothing. Many cultures and many at different points in history, we've all made sacrifices, and this one they're just asking us to stay inside. It's not even, I think we can do that. I think that's a manageable, doable thing. And we don't make the rules really in this, in a way that virus is going to tell us when we can go about our lives and when we can do we need to do to kind of get back to normal. But we need to respect that. And I think we need to respect the doctors and the elders and people who are knowledgeable, and just pay attention and listen and help everybody out in doing so. And then that's my thing, Taika. That's yeah. So what else you want to know, Mark?
That is beautiful, Paul. I couldn't say anything else. That was so beautiful, man. So well put. Hey, Allie. Should we
Yeah.
talk a little bit about what this challenge is going to be?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Sister Allie.
Thank you, Paul and Taika. Those are beautiful words. So this youth challenge, it can be found on our website, which is now live, protectthesacred.care. And we'll have that also on our Facebook page. There are 4 challenges to complete that reflect our 4 sacred directions, the 4 sacred mountains of the Navajo Nation, and they surround the Navajo Nation, the east, south, west, and north. So I'm going to go through what those challenges are, starting with the east, because we always start with the east where the sun rises and follow the sun. So our challenge is for you to greet the early morning dawn with a prayer and or take a photo of the early dawn to show us where you're at and where your home is, and share it on social media. The south, so we want you to make a plan with your family to determine who is the essentials runner to go get food and supplies, who will haul water, hay, and feed the livestock, especially for the grandparents. Learn to make homemade masks, and then herd sheep for your grandparents. So I know President Nez wants the kids to herd sheep. Prepare a cornfield or a garden. Then we move to the west. Ask your relatives, grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, whomever you live with, to teach you a Navajo song, story, or your clan, and make a video and share that as well. And then we move to the north. Spread the word to your community. We'd love for you to make 2 to 3 yard signs that say, stay home, protect the sacred, or keep your family home, or create a sign to share on social media and tag your family and friends and ask them to also share with their family and friends. And then we have a bonus with a bonus award to be announced. We'd love for you to make your family count. Sit down with your family and do this as a family activity. Complete the census form with your family when it comes in the mail, because you know, what we're going through right now is at the Navajo people, the lack of funding and resources. Like, let's make a difference in this 2020 census form.
I want to add to that. You know, we were pushing people, the Native people in North Dakota, to get out and vote, and the feeling was, why should I be part of this colonial system? Why my vote doesn't count? These people don't respect us. They haven't in the past, and what we wanted to impart was, the bad guys want you to feel that way. They want you to not represent yourself in this democracy. And what ended up happening is natives turned out, the native people of that area turned out, and those states turned out in record numbers. And we put the first Native woman in the place of the person that was trying to disenfranchise Native people in North Dakota. We also sent 2 Native women to Congress. It's historical. And I know the census makes people nervous. I know it's feels, I don't know, historically we don't take part in it. But that's how you get representation. That's how you get money sent to you. That's how you get healthcare sent to you. That's how you get playgrounds, schools, buses, computers, all the things that we need to teach our children and to keep our older people healthy and our communities healthy. So stand up, take your place, take that money, take your place here. It is time. It is time for the Native people to be the great leaders of this country and to take your place here. This is a democracy, and America is always in the idea of America. We haven't reached the ideal of America yet, but we're all here trying, you know? And so the census is so important. There are people that are trying to disenfranchise you by making you believe that you shouldn't fill out that census. Don't fall for it. Let's beat them at their own game.
Yes. Thank you, Mark. And you can do you can fill out the census online at 2020census.gov, and we'll have that information as well with this challenge. And don't forget, you can sign up and go to the website that I mentioned, which we'll put on our Facebook page. Sign up there so that we can send you more information and all of the details about the challenge. And then just a reminder that if you complete the challenge, you'll get a certificate. We'll follow up with you. And then Mark is going to come to the Navajo Nation if we get enough people completing the challenge. If we see you guys completing the challenge and you really get into this, Mark's going to come and we're going to have a big party. So that's to
I'm
you.
looking forward to it. And maybe Paul and Taika will come too. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that I think you guys would be doing me a huge, I mean, selfishly, you'd be doing me a huge favor to continue doing this so I can go and make another Thor film. So if you want to see another Thor film, stay inside. Let's kill this virus. Then I can get back to doing what I'm good at. I'm clearly not good at doing these Zoom meetings.
Me too.
And if you want another challenge, you could also finish some of my scripts for me. Stay home.
I think you guys are great at the Zoom meetings. I think you're doing a really, really good job. And I know that the three of us are good at partying. So I'm with you, Mark. I'm way down. I'm way down with joining Navajo Nation at that big rager.
Yeah, maybe Red Miller and I could put it all in Navajo for you all, the script there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Let's do it. Let's do it, President Nez.
I want to hear Paul and Mark talk in our Navajo language. How's that? That'll encourage a lot of our young people. If Paul and Mark can learn the Navajo language, then there's no excuse, young people. There's going to be no excuse.
If these two,
believe me, if we could do it, you could do it.
We're at home right now. We've got time.
Yeah, I know Taika's got it down, though. You know, he spoke some beautiful language.
Okay.
Thank you to everyone. And just remember, Navajo Nation, stay home this weekend. I know it's Easter weekend. Don't go to your families. And even if your aunt lives across the street, don't let anyone who's not in your immediate family come into your house because you don't know where your family has been. We'll get through this together and we'll have many, many more Easters on the other side of this. So please go tell them what's going on if they're not connected to this technology and weren't able to tune in. Please share this with them, share our messages with them. Again, thank you to Paul, Taika, Mark, Radmilla, Dr. Tom, President Nez, Dr. Begay. I am so grateful and moved. Thank you for dedicating your time. I really appreciate it.
And thank you, Ellie.
Thank you, Allie.
Thanks,
everybody.
Good luck, everyone.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Yeah, you too. Bye.